5 days.
Stephen, your identities. A mask to hide the scars. Embrace it.
Experience the 6-episode event. Only on Disney Plus.
It's time.
Marvel Studios Moon Knight, only on Disney Plus.
You really don't remember
our adventures
or our life together.
God, I wish I could. I don't know how to explain what's been happening. I can't tell the difference between life and dreams. All the things you've done brought you to this moment. Embrace it.
You looked different.
Marvel Studios Moon Knight, streaming this Wednesday.
What you're about to see is going to melt your brain.
All right, here we go.
Experience the 6-episode event. Only on Disney Plus.
Pretty cool, right?
The best Marvel series ever. Marvel Studios Moon Knight, now streaming only on Disney Plus.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Work Time Fun Podcast. I'm your coworker L, and let's get started. What the fish? I don't know about you all, but whenever I went on social media these past few weeks, especially YouTube, especially Twitter, I kept seeing or hearing all these Moon Knight trailer clips, like, 30-second, 1 minute long clips, and just reminding me, hey, in a week, hey, in 5 days, hey, in a few days, hey, tonight, hey, now streaming. Yeah, so they really marketed the crap out of this. Hey, it works. I watched it. Now let's discuss. Finally here, Marvel's Moon Knight, based on a comic of the same name. And, I absolutely know nothing about this guy. I haven't read the comic, haven't seen it, haven't even heard about it. And it just suddenly popped up everywhere as soon as it was announced. So I'm pleasantly surprised because this is going to be quite the show. I remember seeing this clip on top 5 reasons to watch Moon Knight. It's all like, number 5, Oscar Isaac. Number 4, Oscar Isaac. Number 3, Oscar Isaac. Number 1, Oscar Isaac. And honestly, yeah, it's true. His acting is superb. I mean, I thought it was funny that he was doing that British accent for one of his personalities of Stephen Grant. Oh, by the way, spoilers. Obviously, I put it in the title of this episode and everything in the description. Spoiler talk about this whole episode. So you're warned. All right, back to it. Yeah, so Oscar Isaac uses a British accent for his Stephen Grant persona or personality, and then back to his normal American voice when he's got the Marc Spector personality going on. And dude, I mean, he flies through both of those personas so easily, like just a light switch, flick, boom. So if you don't get it by now, Oscar Isaac plays a character that I guess suffers or has dissociative identity disorder, DID, which is a mental health condition. I'm going to read this from the clevelandclinic.org site. Someone with DID has multiple distinct personalities. The various identities control a person's behavior at different times. The condition can cause memory loss, delusions, or depression. DID is usually caused by past trauma. Therapy can help manage their behaviors and reduce the frequency of identity switches. It's important for anyone with DID to have a strong support system. And lucky for Oscar Isaac's character, he's got the Egyptian god Khonshu to help him out. Now, you only see parts of Khonshu, solely CGI, and the character is voiced by F. Murray Abraham, and his IMDb, man, he's got a long list of credits there. Personally, I remember seeing him from the Apple TV Plus show, Mythic Quest. Now, that's another show I enjoyed watching, and It has one of the guys from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, so you know what kind of humor you got in there. Alright, let's get back on track. Moon Knight. Watch it. The end. Alright. Seriously though, watch it. I think it's a good intro episode. And just like all other MCU Marvel shows, it takes a little bit warming up to, especially for a character that maybe not a lot of people are familiar with, like myself. I'm left considering, okay, should I watch this? Well, of course I'm going to watch it. I mean, what is this guy about? What's going to make it cool? I mean, around some of my peers, I just refer to him as the Marvel's Batman, except he's dressed in white. But interestingly enough, you actually don't see any of the Moon Knight character or costume until like the very end of the episode. So most of this episode is based on the Stephen Grant personality, and Oscar Isaac plays him very funnily. I mean, I don't know if he's meant to be a funny character or like this goofy, weirdo, but plays it to the point. I mean, I guess Oscar Isaac's got a lot of experience. If you see his whole list of different things he's done, I remember first seeing him in Ex Machina, where Alicia Vikander was that cyborg or robot, whatever, that he created, and ended up dying from her. But yeah, I remember him being really kooky and weird in there. And plus, he's also was Apocalypse in that awful X-Men Apocalypse movie. So yeah, this was a better choice for him. Funny enough that he's, oh wow, if you think about it, look at all the Disney Plus stuff he's been in, or not just Disney Plus, but Disney. He's been Apocalypse for X-Men, he is Poe Dameron in Star Wars, and now he's Moon Knight, which I think will probably stick. You also see Ethan Hawke's character in this first episode. He plays a character named Arthur Harrow, and yeah, something's weird about this guy. He seems to know stuff about these Egyptian gods, and even has this, I don't know if it's an ability or what, but he uses this walking stick and a tattoo of a scale on his arm, which the Arthur Harrow character says judges people's worthiness. So the first guy goes up, gets judged, he's good. Second lady comes up, and it's like her life is drained because she's suddenly all old and frail or basically dead. I don't know, in the beginning it seems like he's like a cult leader or something. I don't really know much of what's going on, especially with Oscar Isaac, with Stephen Grant. He just keeps flipping out. So every time, that's a cool effect I should mention. Every time that Stephen Grant personality switches to the Marc Grant personality, there's this cool effect where Oscar Isaac blinks his eyes, and then it kind of, the screen flashes or goes blank, and then you're back to him again, and then you just realize something has happened when he was blacked out, and that's when obviously the Marc Spector personality took over and handled business, whether that's knocking out thugs or defending himself. I mean, throughout the episode, you get little clues and hints that, the multiple personalities there on, Khonshu talking in his head, or what seems to be in Steve Grant's head, and Mark, kind of saying things on the mirror or reacting differently than how Stephen Grant's character reacts. So you get these little clues and that something's off. And then, like at the very end, when he becomes Moon Knight, that's actually because when he's Stephen Grant stuck in a bathroom at the museum because he's being attacked by this weird creature dog thing, Marc Grant looks at him through the mirror, says, "Hey, let me take over. I can save us both." Which all throughout the earlier parts of this episode, Steve Grant has been trying to prevent, him blacking out and being, well, he doesn't know that that's another personality, but he just knows something's off because he keeps waking up at different places where he didn't bring himself, or having mysteriously lost track of so much time, hours, days even. However, faced with imminent threat, he thinks he's about to die. The Marc Grant character or personality says, "Hey man, let me take over." And then bam, that dog creature thing breaks through the door and jumps on Steve Grant. Only for the freaking sink to fly through the door, and you see this white, cloaked figure punching down on that creature, and we get our first look of Moon Knight. So overall, great episode, great intro to the Moon Knight character. Do I believe the claims that this is the greatest Marvel MCU show? That's left to be determined. It's only the first episode, and we'll see. Although I will have to admit that I kind of wish for myself not have watched so many clips, trailers, videos on Moon Knight, because I feel like I was kind of spoiled and seen too much. I kind of probably would have liked it better if I was surprised by the ending of the switch to Moon Knight, instead of already knowing that, oh, okay, yeah. Then maybe it would have been a little bit of a better reveal. Regardless, if you're into superhero shows, movies, and if you're into Marvel, then you'll especially like getting into this show. I'll be covering the Moon Knight series each episode when they come out, I guess each Wednesday. So yeah, that'll be a regular thing. And as whatever else releases, we'll go over those as well. And maybe I'll have some more time to get into some of all those other shows that I've been mentioning here. So you'll know what is worth watching and worth your time. Oh, and I'll be watching Morbius tomorrow or Thursday evening with some buddies of mine. And man, reviews are coming out saying really negative stuff. But hey, we're still going to watch it and see what happens. Stay tuned. I may be changing up the format of my podcast a little bit. I want to get the perspective of my buddies on Morbius. So we'll see how that goes. I hope I can get some good quality edits there and get some good feedback. And yeah, I hope you enjoy that too. All right. Thank you all for tuning in. I hope you all enjoyed listening to this podcast. I hope you all enjoyed listening to me. So until next time, have a fantastic day.